What's happening, everyone? We're back today with another video on the ST. This week's a bit of a big job because when we were fitting the Futuras and doing a new ABS sensor, we found a little problem with my rear axle. It has gone bad. As you can see, it's quite rotten. So in the time that we've sort of been waiting for bits and pieces, we have been sending some bits off to get powder coated and obviously ordering some new bits to make it a bit of a nicer job. So this morning we're going to spend our time getting this axle off, preparing a new one to be fitted. Hopefully it should be a nice little job and we can forget about it for many years to come. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're just going to pull the calipers off either side and just dangle them out of the way, because whilst we're doing this, I don't want to get brake fluid everywhere and make it all nasty, but I have got obviously new calipers to go on, thank God, because these are horrible. And whilst I'm doing this, Dan is kindly doing the other side. Okay, so we'll just leave that dangling, and obviously I've got a new handbrake cable, so we're just going to lever this handbrake clip up slightly, get it off the axle. As you can see, so now this is separate from the actual axle itself. Okay, so now obviously we need to get this ABS sensor off of the car itself, which was a pain last time. It's I was going to say probably going to be the same, but luckily it just comes straight off. Okay, that's unplugged and away from the car. So what we'll do next, start removing the rear shock bolts. Should be a 15mm. Got hammer. I can't believe it. I fucking changed these bolts a couple of years ago and they're already like this. Cheers. One. Okay, so that's them two out. Allows a shock to swing freely, and obviously our roll bar is now off, which now gives us the room to put a jack underneath the middle of the axle to allow us to then get it off. So we'll get this roll bar out of the way, we'll get a jack set up, and then we'll show you what bolts you need to get removed to obviously get this axle out. Okay, so remember to take your handbrake cable out of this part of the axle just there. Normally they're holding by a grommet, as you can see mine's a bit past it. Once you've done that, you've then got a bolt there, there and there, so we'll just quickly gun those out. Okay, so all three of them are out. Lovely job. We can now lower the axle and pull her out. Just give her a wiggle with the pin should fall out. I'll bring it back up a bit on. Down. That's it. Okay, so as you can see, not too difficult to actually get out. It's a bit easier when everything's been off before, I must admit. It's the first time I did these, all the bolts were knackered. But all I need to do on this is just take the bolts off here, obviously still the ABS sensor, and then the rest of it, other than like the stub axles and stuff like that, can go in a bin. So we'll just quickly get all this stuff off camera, it's not really important, and we'll show you with a new one on the next shot, building it all back up. Okay, so we need to get this handbrake cable out now. So what we're going to do is just drop this exhaust down. I'll just levering the mounts off of it. Bit of luck. This one. Right, drop that down, Dan. So all it's got. There you go. That's all it's got. Okay. Okay, so now you can see that the cable's just clicked into the body and it's quite badly corroded. So we will just do our best to get these out of their clips. That one's broken off, as you can see. And then it's just a case of getting it out from there, which is going to be a pain, but we'll get there. Just need to de-adjust the handbrake cable from inside. Okay, so sorry it's a bit messy in here, but you can see a 10mm on the handbrake lever there. We want to just take that all the way off, don't lose the nut, just put it somewhere safe, and then hopefully now we should have a bit of slack. Just slide that white clip forward and then I'll see what's what underneath the car. Okay, so as you can see, the cable is obviously still attached to the yoke of the, like the inner cable is still attached to the yoke. We need to get these two cables out of the way. In order to do that, I'll just put the light somewhat down here. We needed to take this black clip out of that center hole, just where my finger is there, and we can then swivel the inner cable out because it's now de-adjusted. We just need to try and get these two cables here that I'm wiggling out of the way, but I think they're held by two clips. Yeah, so we need to pinch those two clips in and they should go through. So I'll quickly do that off camera and go from there. Okay, so as you can see, the new cable is in, the black clip is in place, and two white clips are where they need to be. They literally just push in. I'll show you around. As you can see, they literally just lock into place. So nothing too special. Anyone roughly knows what they're doing shouldn't really have a problem with it. So I'm just going to leave this now, get the axle fitted, and then we'll route the cables round, and obviously adjust it from the inside as well and put all that back together once we're all finished. All I'll basically do is just click them into their little places now, just to give them a rough location so they don't get too much in the way. Okay, so we've got the axle ready, the one that we've sent for powder coat. Not the prettiest, but she will do. All done in black. You're probably wondering, what on earth are these? Instead of using the Powerflex Black Series bushes like we had before, which are here, we now have axle bearings. These should really allow the shock to do its job, and because normally the bushes actually fight against the shock and don't let it actually do what it needs to do. As you can see, quite excited to have these. I've had these for quite a while now. So all we're going to do, get our bolts, put our brackets on, which we have here, and then we will be offering the axle as a bare carcass up to the car, getting it ready to actually be fitted. So let's get to it. Okay, so we've got obviously the rear axle here, got our bearings, so we just need to fit our plates, and to do that we have these little caps here which you just insert into the axle like so. Then we can just put our bolt through with a bit of persuasion. Fucking horrible, isn't it? And as you can see, these are really freely rotating, so they should do their job quite well. So now we're just going to get this axle onto the car. Okay, so we're just going to get the axle ready to put on. We'll get all our bolts ready, and then what I'll do is I'll lay under the car with the axle ready to refit. Okay, so as you can see, the axle is now fitted, and for anyone wondering why we put actual bearings on, I'll zoom out a bit, just do this one-handed. Free movement of the axle, which will allow the shock to do its job quite nicely. So we just need to now get the springs in place, all that good stuff, raise the axle up, get the bolts fitted with the roll bar, and then it's just a case of putting all the hubs back on. We should be good to go. Okay, so we just got the spring isolators fitted, got some brand new ones. Shame about the springs, yes I know, but what we're going to do now, get the springs into place, jack the axle up, get the shock in line, get one side of the roll bar fitted, and we should be good to go. So I'll just quickly place you guys down and we'll start reassembling this bad boy. stuff.
That ain't my head.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh shit. Right.
Oh,
Jump
God.
out, jump out.
I'm good.
Is that the whole axle?
And the roll bar.
Oh fuck. Sorry, mate.
That's fine. Wasn't expecting that.
Right, if you could just hold this up.
Many minutes later.
Okay, so we've got everything in place with the jack underneath the axle. Same goes for the other side too. Sorry it's a bit dark under here, we've been having some camera difficulties, especially with the GoPro today, so we can't use what we want. So yeah, we're just going to jack this bad boy up, get the bolts in, and we'll go from there. If I just... it should do. Watch that shot, Ginge. Right, this side's lined up. Just get that side in. Is it?
Too much.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. $15 on the gun. Sender. No, you're not in.
She's not in.
Fucking hell, Dan. Can't find a hole. Oh, just keep it in there. Try now. I need a hit. Give it a tap, boy. Bit of crap in there. She's in. Do it. Upside. Okay, so axle is all fitted now, thank God. So we're just gonna get our handbrake cables on. We're gonna build all the hubs up off camera just because it's a bit easier, and then we'll show you bolting them all back up. Getting there slowly, guys, getting there slowly. Okay, as you can see, we've got the hubs. As you can see, the bearings are massive compared to the older ones. Really makes the difference. The only problem is obviously the ABS ring will not be able to go on the back, but I've got a little plan with Modified Designs who hopefully should be assisting me with it. So we've got a little 2mm spacer for the sensor that we're going to be fitting today. Fortunately I haven't got the adapters yet, but they will be coming through, so at least if I just fit the sensor adapter we don't have to worry about that. We've got our brake line and ABS sensor holder, got a new stub, and we've got some painted back plates. So I'm going to settle you guys down on a tripod and we're just going to get to this. You've seen it enough times now, so I don't need to walk you through it, and if you haven't then be sure to check out my other videos. So yeah, I'll just stick you on a tripod and we'll get to this. Oh no, it went. Go for that.
head, are yours going tight at a certain point?
Yes and no. Okay, so we got the hub cap on, we've got the studs fitted both sides as well. They're a bit of a pain to fix, we had to strip all the powder coat from inside the hub. Bit annoying. And then we found that our back plates that I angrily cut up are too small because we are upgrading to back plates too small, as you can see, because we're upgrading to ST150s. They were listed as an ST170 backplate, but they're clearly ST150, which is annoying because we spent quite a bit of time painting and ceramic coating them. As you can see, the gloss on it, it's really, really nice. So yeah, knife in the back on that one, unfortunately. So I'm going to get another set ordered. We'll repaint them, refit them at a later date, because there are some bits I want to do which requires taking the hubs off, so it's not all doom and gloom. So this now on, I'm just going to get the carriers, bolt them on, and then we can fit our new calipers, because we've got a nice new set of calipers to go as well. Okay, so we've got our new carrier with some nice shiny new bolts, because the ones on my car were absolutely knackered. We have some nice EBC yellow stuff pads to go on as well. Got a nice new slider kit with some brand new caliper bolts, just to make the job a bit better too. As you can see, it comes with a nice little pack of grease. Right, put the boots on the carrier. Like so. Dip the sliders in some grease. And it should be nice and springy, like that. Okay, now we've got the caliper to change. It's just 11mm on the actual brake pipe itself, so we'll get an 11mm brake pipe spanner. Work her on and rotate her off. Okay, let's caliper off. We'll just go and get the new one,
Because it's getting a bit of a mess.
oh, it was beyond that point, wasn't it? Okay. Okay, now it's tight, we'll just give the caliper a quick brake clean off, get rid of that nasty brake fluid because it is a paint stripper. Now we'll place it on its new home. Hopefully, not my brain though.
No, that's gone to mush today.
Is it a completely different one?
Yeah.
Oh, so one down.
That's it. Well done. Cool, that one was well tight. The other side was a lot better. Well, let's say you get your handbrake cable on. Great difficulty. Okay, so that's all the rear setup done. Just going to give it another quick blast with brake cleaner. Then we're going to wax all the axle and bleed the brakes, put the wheels on, give her a little drive, and hopefully that should be it. Okay guys, so that's everything all back together, looking very, very nice if I say so myself. All the brakes are bled, thanks to Dan giving me a hand with it. Okay, so if you liked today's video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content. Sorry the footage was a bit jumpy, I've really had difficulties with the cameras this week. I'm tempted to send my GoPro off for repair because literally after 4 minutes it was just glitching out. So a few things were a bit jumpy, and when you powder coat stuff as well and you don't mask everything up, because I don't really do this sort of stuff, you end up having to take the powder coat back off just to get other items to fit. Anyways, that's all for today. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.